I can honestly say I don't think I've ever told an audience in my entire broadcasting career to not watch a video. But if I'm really being honest, what I have been digging up on this latest Epstein release, and by the way, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's 3 million images, videos, documents that have just been released literally yesterday. What I have seen makes me feel like I need to take back-to-back showers. What I've been digging for you guys is nothing short of the most harrowing stuff. There is a video that I'm going to share with you of Epstein in the kitchen. I don't even know how to describe it. I just have to share it with you. But I just have to give you a full warning. If you want to sleep at night, maybe you shouldn't watch this. So full warning, full disclosure, full disclaimer. If you're somebody who's squeamish, you're prone to nightmares, panic attacks, what have you, this isn't the video for you. If you're still here, I'm going to go ahead and take that as a sign to continue and proceed. And boy, do we have a lot. We start with disgraced ex-Duke of York, Prince Andrew, who was captured hovering over a woman lying on the floor in a series of eerie, creepy photos that have just been dumped, tied to Jeffrey Epstein. This is one disturbing photo, now known, he's not the Duke anymore. He's now known Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's crouching on all fours over a woman whose face is redacted. She's sprawled on her back with her arms spread on the white striped carpet as the ousted royal stares into the camera. There's 2 other snaps that show the barefoot 65-year-old sporting a white polo and jeans touching the unknown woman's stomach. So here you can see this one right here. The woman appeared to be awake in the photos with her arm held up in the picture. Behind the unsettling scene, a man whose face is cut out of frame can be seen lounging in a leopard print chair with his feet propped up on a white, red striped tablecloth. It's unclear when the photos were taken. Similar shots of younger Mountbatten Windsor, this is the disgraced Duke now, Andrew, have emerged as the Department of Justice continues releasing millions of files connected to the convicted offender. The ousted prince was stripped of his royal titles and honors last year. Virginia Guffrey, one of Epstein's victims who unalived herself apparently in April, claimed in her posthumous memoir, quote, Nobody's Girl, that the infamous pedo financier forced her to have with Mountbatten Windsor on 3 separate occasions, including when she was just 17. Andrew has repeatedly denied the regulations. Who do you think that is? Is that Epstein in the background with his feet lounged up on, looks like, is that an American flag on that table behind them? I don't even want to know what is happening here. Harvey Weinstein was mentioned in the new dump, as well as Jay-Z, who is facing a huge backlash from sponsors. His wife, Beyonce, lost 10 million followers on Instagram. I'm going to talk about that. The alleged incident involving JC that was mentioned happened in 1996 when a victim whose name was redacted said she was abducted from her home by a stranger, according to an FBI intake from dated back to July 19. She later, quote, awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his into, according to the allegations. She said she suffered from abuse on multiple occasions in which Epstein even participated. She said she had no permanent address and moved between hotels, according to the document. Claimed she was also assaulted in 2007 by Weinstein and rapper Pusha T, the document showed. You can see in approximately 1996, there it is with Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, that's Jay-Z's real name. She was abducted at the last paragraph saying 7 occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting, suffered from abuse on multiple occasions in which Epstein participated. Recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse. In approximately 2006, last recall, that's again the redacted victim being abused by Epstein. On each occasion, the redacted name there believed she was drugged, clouding her memory. She attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Among her handlers were artist Pusha T. Approximately 2007, the redacted victim attended a party following invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down a street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in abuse. She claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise and information related to racketeering conduct in support of the trafficking. They also confirmed that she was not diagnosed with any mental illness, and she refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying at different hotels. Rihanna, Kardashian, Katy Perry, they all unfollowed Beyonce and Jay-Z. Jay-Z's also facing backlash from the NFL. They unfollowed him, and now they're kind of distancing themselves from her. And there's even rumors, I can't confirm or deny this, but there are rumblings that Beyonce may file for divorce. So this is hitting Jay-Z, who's a billion-dollar brand, extremely hard. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Seems like they were okay with it. More celebrities being hypocritical, especially when it comes to them defaming ICE. You guys were all okay with this when it was private. Now, all of a sudden that it's public. I mean, a lot of people would say, myself included, we knew all this was happening for decades. We knew this was going on. There were rumblings of this way back in the past before these files were released. Funny how the celebrities now are all of a sudden playing, righteous figures of truth. Okay, next we have the LinkedIn co-founder, Reid Hoffman. This is huge right here. In newly released Epstein emails reveal that LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman was discussing visits to Epstein's private island, his New Mexico ranch, and New York apartment, saying, quote, Reid will spend the night at 71st. Reid Hoffman will go to the ranch for the weekends. Jeffrey will fly all of us to St. Thomas. From St. Thomas, they hop on his heli and fly to his island. Hoffman's name appears more than 2,600 times in the DOJ Epstein files, revealing hundreds of emails, Zoom calls, dinners, and meetings between Epstein and Hoffman from 2013 to 2018. Epstein described Hoffman as a, quote, very close friend, end quote. He advised him on tax strategies and even helped him shop for a private jet. The two repeatedly wrote about how much they missed each other and couldn't wait to meet again. I thought this was really interesting right here. Here's an actual email from Reid Hoffman to Epstein where he says, always very fun talking with you. Michelle noted that you were the most controversial of the high intellects. I will intro you to Mark Z. Let me look at September and August. That's Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO and founder of Facebook and Meta. What I think makes this the most interesting, and Elon Musk called this out, was that Reid Hoffman was one of the biggest Democratic mega donors. He was the largest donor to a Republican women's group that was opposing President Trump. There's an excerpt from this article where, in its bid to defeat Trump, Women for Us has aired a handful of digital advertisements focused on the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The group has held several events with anti-Trump Republicans, Liz Cheney, Alyssa Griffin, Sophia Kinzinger, the wife of former Representative Adam Kinzinger. I want you to watch this really, really quick clip of Elon calling all of this out months ago.
Part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates. Ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think He's certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the Epstein situation.
He was right about Bill Gates too. So in my previous video, by the way, I'm going to share, I have an entire playlist. If you want to get caught up on all of the Epstein saga, I have like video after video that you could binge, including one where we tour inside of Epstein's New York penthouse, which is one of the most unreal things you'll ever see. But when he refers to Bill Gates, he's right about that too, because in the video that I did previously, it came out that Bill Gates wanted antibiotics, requested antibiotics from Epstein so he and his wife could use them after he had a little with Russian professionals. Let's just say that if I can. This is kind of interesting. Zohran the commie, his mother, who's like an artist or filmmaker or whatever, was in the Epstein files and actually had a lot of meetings with Epstein, including meetings with Epstein and Bill Clinton. And so that's kind of interesting right there. So there's more ties to Democrats in all of this dump. The Democrats have been crying, Epstein, Epstein, release Epstein. It's all backfired on them because Trump is nowhere in this. And every time he's mentioned, it's hearsay, second party from people who need psychiatric help. None of it is provable or verifiable. Also, it's proven time and time again. Epstein himself saying Trump was not involved. Ghislaine Maxwell saying Trump was not at any of the parties. He never went to the island, whereas Clinton went 26 times. I'm going to share with you a little photo collage in just a second. But who you see on the screen right here is ex-Obama, speaking of Hippocrats, aka Democrats, ex-Obama counsel Catherine Rumler, who got chummy with Jeffrey Epstein after leaving the White House and later received lavish gifts, including a $9,400 Hermès handbag and a spa trip at the Four Seasons, according to the new released Epstein files. She now serves as general counsel at Goldman Sachs. Google co-founder Sergey Brin, who you see on the screen right now, visited the private island, emailed Maxwell, dined at the townhouse. The new documents reveal the full extent of Sergey Brin's ties. Ghislaine Maxwell emailed him in March 2003, reminding him they'd met at TED. Maxwell wrote, "Dinners at Jeffrey's are always happily casual and relaxed." 2 months later, Brin emailed Maxwell about an aircraft carrier for sale, thinking she and Epstein might, quote, find it amusing, end quote. Brin's net worth exceeds $250 billion. And of course, no video talking about the Hippocratic Democrats would be complete without talking about one of the worst, the haircut that passes for a man, American psycho, Gavin Newsom. Racy emails between LA Olympics boss Casey Wasserman, who you see standing next to Newsom right there. Let me just scroll up a little bit there. Casey emails between him and Ghislaine Maxwell are now revealed. Casey Wasserman, who is the 51-year-old CEO of Wasserman Media Group, who is now heading the LA Olympics, traded a flurry of risque messages with Ghislaine Maxwell in 2003, just 2 years into his marriage with then-wife Laura Ziffrin, including one in which he asked to set up a sensual massage. "Where are you? I miss you," the chairman and president of the 2020 Olympics Organizing Committee wrote to Epstein's confidant. "I'll be in NYC for 4 days, starting April 22. Can we book that massage now?" 2 days later, Maxwell fired back with a steamy response. "All that rubbing, are you sure you can take it? The thought, frankly, is leaving me a little breathless." Other exchanges revealed the flirtatious duo planning trips, chatting about meals, and much more. Rep for Wasserman did not immediately respond to this story. He's also actually been previously accused of being a serial adulterer with a chronic condition of sleeping with people who work for him. This is the Daily Mail reported in 2024. Newsom shared this video of himself smiling alongside Wasserman as he announced the initiative for 2028 Olympics only months after the bombshell report. Here are some photos that I'm going to share, and then coming up, I'm going to share with you the video that's probably the most gut-wrenching and, I mean, just absolutely hard to even grasp in just a second. But check this out. Here's Clinton right here in a red hooded sweatshirt right here. There is Epstein in a robe, Clinton. These are all, look at this. This is very, very strange. You can see their faces blacked out. Epstein standing. It looks like it might be on his island, and you've got 4, maybe dare I say, little young girls kneeling in what looks to be some kind of a ceremony, or what, some kind of, I don't know what you would call that. These rich people are just demented. There's Ghislaine Maxwell, what looks to be like Tom Cruise's outfit. There's Bill Clinton with Ghislaine Maxwell. Looks to be like they're visiting somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. Another redacted photo with Bill. Bill and Kevin Spacey. You can see Kevin Spacey there next to him. Clinton again. There's Kevin Spacey with Bill Clinton, kind of chummy with him right there. Kevin Spacey's been in the news lately. Chris Tucker. That's interesting. These have all come out recently. Epstein with 2 wild dogs. God knows. Are those his dogs? I have no idea. Clinton on a Gulf Stream with a redacted photo. There's Michael Jackson, Diana Ross with Bill Clinton. Here's something interesting. Mick Jagger at dinner with Ghislaine Maxwell and Bill Clinton. He's the lead singer of the Rolling Stones. There he is again with a redacted photo. So a lot of photos like these. There's Chris Tucker again. I'm sure he's not happy about this. Just some very strange, bizarre things. I'm just giving you a little montage right here. And then I'm going to share with you the video of all videos. It's just, it sends chills up my spine. Okay, here's the video. I just want to give you full warning. If you happen to be around your loved ones, your kids, or you're listening to this in the car, watching this on TV, and there's other people around, the faces and, you know, their identity has been redacted. But here is a chilling video. To me, I think this is the symbol, the metaphor of the entire egregious evil debacle that took place, and these people need to be held accountable. They have to be held accountable. You're going to see Epstein chasing a few young girls around the kitchen. It's brief, but to me, it says it all. Watch. So you can see that some of the dialogue there, I guess, or maybe he was calling out their names, was the audio was taken out. But man, tell me that video doesn't completely symbolize and represent the entire godlessness of this situation. I hope to God that we get some accountability and we get it soon. Guys, this is just the beginning. As I said, I have an entire playlist. Go check it out. Very bingeable. A lot of stuff. I'll leave it right now in the end cards, but you got to go watch that stuff right now. Thank you for being here. Here it is, actually right here. Go check out this entire playlist. My most recent video down there. You could also tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this, so stay tuned. And as always, may God bless you and God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.